Good morning. This is take 2 of the bear story. Y'all would have loved take 1, except the camera somehow did not record my audio as I told a story. So I woke up this morning with, of course, the Appalachian Trail is on my mind. And I'm in this group on MeWe, this Appalachian Trail group. And there's a discussion going on now about bear bags. And it reminded me of a story I read 10 years ago by a trail hiker, a thru hiker named Cog. And so I spent some time this morning chasing down his bear story. And I'm going to read that to you while I've got some other things going here. I've got some things that are being recharged. My Rode wireless Go system and my watch being recharged by this power bank there. So while that's happening, I'm going to read this trail journal story by Cog. Let me see if I can get through it without just rolling on the floor laughing, which I did my first take. Okay, so this was Tuesday, March 22nd, 2011. Destination Low Gap Shelter. Start location Bull Gap. So anyway, this is the bear story. Around 2:30 a.m., I was awakened by yelling, headlamps flashing across my tent, and things crashing and running through the woods. Then I heard the explanation for all the racket. "Bear!" somebody yelled. As I climbed out of the tent, Speakeasy explained that a bear had stolen Red Stripe's and Chris's food bags, and they were in hot pursuit. Let me get this straight. 2:30 a.m. and these guys are chasing a bear in the forest. Okay. Fortis's bag was also knocked down, but was ignored by the bear. It was a good thing because it contained his insulin and would have been tough to replace quickly. After a few minutes, Red Stripe and Chris showed back up with their food bags. Chris had lost a little food, but mostly their stuff was just covered in bear slobber. Bear slobber. After they had chased him quite a ways, he finally just dropped the bags. After things had quieted down for 20 minutes or so, I decided to go back to sleep. I figured everyone else was paranoid enough. They would be up all night and no bear would want anything to do with our camp. Okay. I hadn't been asleep 5 minutes when someone yelled, "Cog, bear's got your food!" I jumped out of my tent. This was a different matter entirely. It was my food. As I run down the hill, I see everyone standing around with their headlamps on the bear, trying to take pictures of the bear as he eats my food. I start yelling at the bear, trying to get him to get his nose out of my food bag, but he just blows me off and keeps eating. All of a sudden, Fortis says, "I got an M80. Want me to throw it at him?" "Hell yeah, I want you to throw it at him," was my reply. Fortis lights it, throws it, and with one lucky bounce, it ends up literally just a couple feet from the bear. The sparks from the fuse caught the bear's attention, and he stopped eating. And my printout has kind of lost the funny lines here, but essentially it says the M80 explodes and the bear jumps straight up and then runs off into the forest. Okay, so the rest of the story. Now we were really all on edge. We caught the bear patrolling the fringes of our camp a couple times in the next hour or so and ended up staying up the rest of the night. That is one persistent bear. In the morning, as we all inventoried our food, I found my cup was missing. It had been in my food bag. I looked around and couldn't find it where the bear was last night. I had enough breakfast and dinner to make it into Hiawassee, but no lunches or snacks at all. Everyone else had enough food to continue on. We took one last look for my cup and finally found it quite a ways from where we took the food from the bear, loaded up my pack, hiked back to Neal's Gap to resupply while others hiked on. I got to Neal's Gap around 10 a.m. just as the first burgers were hitting the grill. After a quick resupply and reporting the bear incident inside the store, I plopped down at a picnic table and inhaled 2 of those fantastic burgers. I loaded a water bottle with sweet tea and left, feeling like the bear had done me a favor. Powered by the burgers, I decided I might as well hike the 11 miles to Low Gap Shelter, where the rest of the folks from last night were headed. I went to refill water at Hogpen Gap. Man, the names kill me. I found a baby wipe at the spring and toilet paper behind a tree 10 feet downstream. Ended up hiking the last 3 miles hot, thirsty, and pissed off. Finally arrived in camp around 7 p.m., much to everyone's surprise. Set up my tent, got some water, ate a pepperoni, and crashed, too tired to cook. Red Stripe, Fortis, Speakeasy, Chris, Mickey from Mass, and Taz and Rue here. Tree falling woke us up looking for bears. Bear stories spreading fast. So that's the Cog bear story. It's still just, I remember the first time I read it, I was rolling on the floor laughing. And as you can see, it still cracks me up. I hope you enjoyed that. This is from my grandkids. Signing off. GoPro, stop.